Welcome to Christories, #Christories. So today we are talking the California gold rush right here in the USA. The discovery of gold changed this country forever. People from all over the country and even other countries came to what is now modern day San Francisco and realized they were gay. No. Was searching for gold even really worth it? They came to make a little quick money, settle in new land. This is the gold rush. Let's set the scene. America, we're growing west, okay? We're westward expansion, manifest destiny. We are killing Native Americans. This is our land, okay? You pieces of shit. We're white and it's right. As you know, we're all about manifest destiny. Shout out President James Madison. A belief where Americans were destined to expand westward. We are going westward. This belief sparked the Oregon Trail. Thousands of settlers traveling to seek new opportunities and land. Now, the Mexican-American War had just ended, where we beat back these fucking Mexicans. No, I'm kidding. The Mexican-American War had just ended. We knocked down the wall, and California became an American possession. I'll take that, thank you. This land was populated by 6,500 Mexicans, which is a modern-day apartment building in New York City. AKA Californians, 700 Anglo-American citizens, white pieces of shit, and 150,000 Native Americans. Shout out Pocahontas. Americans were looking for economic opportunities and financial stability. That's all I'm looking for. As the country was all over the place, I mean, we're kind of in disarray a little bit. We got states everywhere. People were still hustling to make a buck. Want to fucking make a buck. As you know, gold is greatly valued. Still to this day, it's the Bitcoin of the old times. And there had been a few gold rushes happening in the U.S. North Carolina, Georgia, Idaho, Montana, and more. California, though, was the big one, the most important gold rush. Now, gold can definitely be found on every continent, but some regions have far richer and more accessible deposits due to their unique geological characteristics. So we got South Africa, the United States, Canada, China, Russia, big gold producers, but we are number one. The San Francisco gold rush, number one. People are still looking for it today in men's butts in that city. So, first time gold is ever discovered, January 24th, 1848. James W. Marshall discovers gold at Sutter's Mill in Coloma, California, near San Francisco. Now, James was building a sawmill, okay? He was by some water. He saw something shiny in the river. He was like, is that one of my teeth? He picked it up and he felt it was too good to be true. He said, I have gold. Now, it was supposed to be a secret, but soon people found out. And they started running to Sutter's Fort with hopes to find gold too. And then this widespread interest comes about, and now, boom, we're starting a gold rush. So not that many people lived out west, okay? As you know, America's mostly the East, the original 13 colonies. That's the real America. Most Americans were determined to spread west. They wanted to go west, but it's dangerous. You got mountains, you got Native Americans, everything wants to kill you out there. So they're pushing into this unknown territory. Why? Money. By 1849, thousands of people headed to California to search for gold. That's why you have the team, the San Francisco 49ers football team, because 1849, the big gold rush. People from the East went by boat, cutting through Central America. Some even went all the way around South America. That trip took 4 to 6 months, but majority went by land, Oregon and California. That only took a short 3 to 7 months. But these people, of course, going over to California, you know, you're going from New York to California and you're walking with your wife, kids, and you got a wagon, people are going to die. A lot of people died. That's why, though, as I said, the people migrating to California in the year 1849 were known as the 49ers. Population in California was 1,000 in 1848. It grew to 100,000 Californians by the end of 1849. Talk about a migrant crisis. So how do you find gold? Finding gold was hard manual labor. I'm not interested. People, AKA the miners, would use all sorts of material to find gold. And by the way, when I say miner, I mean M-I-N-E-R, not M-I-N-O-R, but I'm sure there were a few of those that were made to work because slavery was still kind of legal. A miner is a person who extracts ore, coal, chalk, clay, or other materials from the earth through mining, not Bitcoin mining, gold mining. So, what would they do? They would grab a pan with holes in it. You dig some soil, some water, and you shake dirt away to see if they found any gold. So obviously this is an arduous process. You are working days and days and months and months and months and finding nothing. But it'll all be worth it if you finally get a little bit of gold. They needed a shovel, pick, food supplies. It was a whole thing. And it seemed that everyone but the actual miners were making money. All right, so it seemed that everyone but the miners were making real money. This equipment was pricey, and those selling it actually made more money than the people searching for gold. Okay, so those transporting people by boat made a profit. Local businesses opening in the town made a profit, but these miners are not making any freaking money. If one person found gold in a particular spot, a whole group would gather and camp around to find more. So a boomtown, when a community undergoes a sudden and rapid population growth or economic growth. Shout out Austin, Texas, boomtown. 1948, there were about 600 people in the area surrounding San Francisco. By 1850, 25,000 to 30,000 people. That's a lot of Yeezys. Now, was the gold rush worth it? Some people became wealthy, okay, but most really didn't. About $80 million, $2 billion in today's money worth of gold was extracted during the gold rush. That's a lot of Yeezys. The influx of gold helped finance the growth of the U.S. economy, and it fueled industrial development. California's rapid population growth and economic boom led to it becoming the 31st state in 1850. So without this gold rush, California is probably not even a state. And then where's everyone, where's the LGBTQ code community going to live? So I'm happy that it's here. Love you guys, girls and babies. This is the biggest migration of humans in history, bringing 300,000 people together in one place. It's like a protest. And it created a diverse population. Thank you. The gold rush attracted people from all over the world. Europe, Latin America, Australia, China. Led to a very multicultural society in California that still exists today. Shout out California. Chinese were, of course, the largest group because they're the largest group wherever they go. It's a lot of people. Shout out Chinese. I love them. They're everywhere. California was not in the best shape after the rush, though, okay? Because, this gold rush happened, and then things start to die down in the 1850s. This rush caused a need to create hydraulic mining. You have to build dams, powerful water, this whole thing, and you ruin the land, okay? Ruin the land. Humans, nobody's a bigger killer on this planet than human beings. We kill everything. We have made 99% of things we've come in contact with extinct. That's a fact. I don't know if it's actually true, but here on the Christories Distefano show, we stand by it. Okay, so this process, this hydraulic mining, ruined the land and took away water in needed farming areas. So in 1884, they actually banned hydraulic mining because, you're killing the crops. And so much mercury was used to find this gold because it was easy to detect that they contaminated the waters, and the water couldn't be consumed because it's just riddled with Freddie Mercury. We're in the wild, wild west. No real law enforcement. Crimes, robberies, very common. Okay, everybody is just like a killing field. So there was an anti-immigration tension that grew when the gold wasn't found. So Chinese immigrants, first they were welcomed, okay, but then if they got lucky and found gold, white miners would bug out and be like, no, you cheated somehow, you robbed somebody. So it was like the original Stop the Asian Hate. Okay, here's a little Chrissy conspiracy. Did the U.S. government plant the gold to get people to migrate west? Because the story goes that the first guy who we told you, James W. Marshall, it was like a little nugget, like a little shit flake of gold. And then all of a sudden, everyone's going west and being like, let's go west. The government will do whatever the government wants us to do. They'll find a way to make us do it. They planted gold. They planted gold in the west to make us migrate west, just like now. They want us to watch the WNBA. They're causing fights with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It's all the government doing this shit, okay? Just know that we are being manipulated by the government at all times. Give me a gun. In closing, yeah, everyone, you make a quick buck. That's fun, but it doesn't last, okay? Shout out OnlyFans. Now, luck was a humongous factor in finding gold, and we learned that most people just didn't have it. For those who did get lucky, shout out to you. You got your Yeezys. Love it. Most importantly, shout out the American hustle. This brought on more land for USA. And even though we didn't find any gold, we found a new life. We got California. We got a home for the gays, and that's to be celebrated. This was Christories, and yesterday was history.